Good evening and welcome to another episode of This Is My Story. Uh, Tonight I feel like I have to come back into another episode of being a mother because lately I had quite a bit struggle with my two daughters. One is already in college and the second one is just about to go to college. So I feel like during the time I was researching for some help from the Bible, I wanted to share what I found. Maybe it will help a mother out there in their daily struggles with teenagers. The first lesson that I found was from Titus chapter 2, the book of Titus chapter 2 verse 3. Titus chapter 2 verse 3, it says, "You, however, must teach what is appropriate to sound doctrine. Teach the older men to be temperate, worthy of respect, self-controlled, and sound in faith, in love, and in endurance. Likewise, teach the older women to be reverent in the way they live, not to be slanderous or addicted to much wine, but to teach what is good." Amen. I think it's pretty much explanatory what it is. Uh, Basically, in our struggles with everyday struggles with our kids, very important as this verse says, teach the older women to teach us what, like our mothers, we look up to our older mothers and what they had passed down to us as mothers. We always grow up with so much respect for our mothers. So what they pass on to us, we need to pass it on to our kids. The second lesson that I learned was a mother should always control her tongue and watch what she says. Yeah. So first lesson is to represent Christ-like behavior and learn from our mothers. The second lesson is to control our tongue, yeah, and watch is what we say, as in 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 11. 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 11, it says, hold on dear. It says, "In the same way the women are to be worthy of respect, not malicious talkers, but temperate and trustworthy in everything." Amen. It's very important for our kids to trust us, to be trustworthy. Whatever they share with you, you don't hold it against them. And when you get mad, you sometimes come out and say the information that they trust you with, they confide in you. Sometimes when you get mad, you yell back at them and say it out loud. So, I learned a lot as a mother to let my daughter trust me with their little information about their boyfriend, their little feelings. It's always good to have that trustworthy from us, that our kids trust us, and not to be malicious talkers. Instead of yelling and cursing, which we're not supposed to be cursing as Christians, it's always good to be calm down, sit down and listen and let our kids trust us. The third lesson that I learned in my research to be a better mother is a good mother should always consecrate the way she talks, consecrate her behavior, consecrate her mouth, her drinks, her food. It's always good to consecrate whatever comes out of your mouth. If you're talking to your kids, instead of yelling, and sometimes we say bad things too, like you want to curse your kids when you're so much angry. They pissed you off, you want to curse them and say, "This is going to happen to you when you are talking back to me." I learned from this Bible reading of Titus chapter 1, the book of Titus chapter 1 verse 7, it says, "Since an overseer manages God's household, he must be blameless, not overbearing, not quick-tempered, not given to drunkenness, not violent, not pursuing dishonest gain, Rather, he must be hospitable, one who loves what is good, who is self-controlled, upright, holy, and disciplined. Amen? So, I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory, all these things that the Bible is telling us, not to be quick-tempered, not to get drunk in wine, and, so, but to be hospitable and be understanding to our kids. Amen? And the last lesson that I learned is I was trying to find some help from the Bible, is to communicate good things to our children. It's always important because they look up to us as the role model for them. Before they go out in the world, they always think that their mom is the greatest person ever. So it's always important to communicate good things to our kids. They always say, the banana didn't fall far from the tree, or, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Meaning, whatever we give our kids, whatever we teach our kids, they will come out to be exactly what the things that we put in their mind, they will grow up and be that way. So it's very important that we teach them the right things, the godly ways, let them read the Bible daily. It's very important to ask them, did you read a Bible verse today? And always emphasize for them to say a little prayer in the morning and night time. It's very important for me personally as a mom. So good luck with raising your kids, especially teenagers. It's very hard, it's difficult, it's a daily struggle, but you both learn if you both listen to each other. A lot of prayers, and if you have to fast an extra day out of the week, you have to fast. It really helps. A lot of prayers and fasting would help you in how you raise your kids, especially teenagers. Patawang ao nga gibahe-bahe ko ni kag mutol ko tope pangapae o fay nga ta apite tay milahe ta raise ta panaw ta offer beke hoko pang gives ko la ko ni ko ta pwak yata. Thank you for watching.